They were promised an easy way into Europe and paid hundreds or even thousands of dollars for a dream that quickly fell to pieces.
It was on Facebook and on social media. They says like the border is free now of guards, you can cross it or something.
Together with his relative, 17-year-old Ali JASIM from Iraq is detained in a camp in Lithuania after crossing the border from Belarus. They were picked up with thousands of others by border guards in recent months. They tell us how they could easily enter Belarus and received help to reach the Lithuanian border, the gateway into the European Union.
Every people here sad, very sad. Children and baby and women. You ask, this is in Europe, and the women coming here with children. Prison? In the prison? Why? Because you're coming here because you want alive.
Lithuania recently started to push people who showed up at the border back to Belarus. In return, Belarusian troops stopped them from re-entering. On this footage released by Lithuanian border guards, a group of 35 Iraqis are seen stuck between the two sides. Lithuania eventually allowed the migrants in and accused the Belarusians from illegally crossing its border.
The playing deadly games with the human lives is unacceptable and has to be condemned. Unfortunately, people whom we consider to be victims in that situation are used by Lukashenko regime as the tool, as a weapon against the European Union in general, and particularly Lithuania, because of its very strong political position.
In an effort to stop the influx of migrants and asylum seekers, Lithuania has been constructing a barrier on its 670-kilometer-long border with Belarus. These are desperate people who have become victims in a political conflict far away from home. Their presence here at this gateway into Europe just shows how vulnerable the strict EU stance on asylum seekers and migrants has become. The EU has sent more than 100 border troops and pledged 37 million euros to help Lithuania, that usually only sees a fraction of these arrivals, to deal with the crisis. Belarusian opposition leader SVIATLANA TSIKHANOUSKAYA, who is living in exile in Lithuania, urges the EU not to give in to Lukashenko.
What the regime is doing is blackmailing European Union with this migration situation, and the answer should be even stronger. You can't be blackmailed by a regime.
The number of migrants arriving at the border has decreased since Iraq stopped its flights to Belarus, but the situation remains tense. Warning shots have been heard from the Belarusian side. Vaessen, Jazeera, Vilnius, Lithuania.